Fellas, it's a shame we gotta have this talk, but it's necessary for me to ensure that your growth is gonna happen. And if we're both being honest, you haven't been standing on business. You know, January was not even 2 months ago, and we're already falling back on our resolutions, on our plans, on our goals, and on our dreams. We're already falling back on our word. What does that say about our character? What does that say about who we are as men? We gotta get it together, fellas. We gotta be standing on business 24/7. I mean, every single day. It's a lifestyle, not a hobby, not a character trait. It's a lifestyle. Standing on business is something that a man does every single day of his life. It's a part of who he is. And that needs to be a part of you. We can't be wasting our time going back on our word, falling back just because we get tired, just because our discipline isn't all the way there. Let's get it there. Let's build it up. Let's develop it. We have to. Because if we give our word to do something, if we commit to something, then it is therefore our responsibility to get it done. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it costs. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're hungry. We have to do what we agree to do, man. In this world, our word truly has to be our bond. Before we get any further into today's message, how you doing, fellas? Welcome back to another video on the Evolve to Manhood channel. As always, it's good to see you. I'm glad to see you clicking on this video, committing to yourself, being real with yourself, being honest about the fact that you haven't been standing on business. Now, without wasting any more time, let's do our daily affirmation. Repeat after me. I'm growing. I'm changing. And I'm evolving for God, for my goals, and for my legacy. Alright, if you participated, as always, I appreciate you. And we're getting right into today's video. I'm going to ask you one question, and it's going to make you rethink everything you've done in this year so far. The question is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Because if you wanted it bad enough, trust and believe you would have kept your word every single day of this year. If you wanted it bad enough, you would have showed up for yourself and stood on business even when business didn't feel comfortable, even when business took a lot out of you, and even when business drained you, you would have stood on business regardless. How much do you want it? If you don't really want it, click off the video. It's not for you. If you kind of want it, if you would like to have it, this video isn't for you. This channel isn't for you. But if you really have goals and dreams and ambitions that you want to achieve, that you need to happen, that you want it bad, every single day you wake up, you want this thing. And I don't know what that is for you, but you do. If you have that type of feeling in your heart, in your bones, as a human being, as a man, we have to make that happen. It's destined for it to happen for you. But you have to put in the necessary work for your destiny to align with your reality. You see, God can make the plans. He can write the plans up. But he gives us free will for a reason. We get our choice. We have to choose the plan, or we can choose to go our route, to go our road and whatever we want to do. Now, what's your choice? Because I promise you, God's road ain't going to be comfortable. But in the end, it will fulfill you. It will be fulfilling. Now, let me talk to the fellas who are looking at a girl right now, looking at a woman. All right? Standing on business isn't always just, fulfilling our word and doing what we said we're going to do. Sometimes standing on business means standing up for what you need in your lifetime at the moment. And right now, that might not be a woman. Right now, you might need to put all of your focus into your craft, into your job, and whatever else you got going on, but you got a woman coming into your life. Now you want to start switching up. Now you want to start carving out time that you should be putting towards your goals and dreams to entertain a woman that don't even want nothing to do with you in the long run. Now you're looking for temporary pleasure from a woman that you know won't benefit your life. What are we doing, fellas? Why are we not handling things like men? Why are we not communicating as men? You might be holding on to a relationship that you know isn't serving you anymore. Fellas, listen to me when I say this. Don't hold on to something just because you had it in the past. Because one thing about the future, it's unpredictable. As a mug, you cannot predict the future. It's impossible. So don't determine the next few years of your life, your future, on what happened in the past, because the past does not determine what will happen. That's important, fellas. Don't let your past determine your future, man. Because you got so much ahead of you that looks nothing like your past. You got so much ahead of you that will outgrow and outdo everything you've ever achieved. But you have to commit and have that faith, man. On this channel, Evolve to Manhood, we're always talking about faith. You have to have that faith, not only in God, because we talk about God as well. God is important. God is vital to our success. But you also have to have some type of faith in yourself. Some type of self-worth and self-confidence to stand on business and say, no, I'm a man. This is what I'm saying about my life. This is what goes. I'm making the decision. I'm putting my foot down about how I've been living, about what I've been entertaining, about the things I've been watching. I have to lock in. I have to, because the cost is too great. The trade-off isn't worth it. If I can't lock in now, the rest of my life will be mediocre and average. Do I want that? Can I afford that? That has to be your way of thinking, fellas. You are destined for so much. God put this video on your screen for a reason. I have 100% faith in that. You have to commit. You have to commit. And I'm not asking you to commit to me or to anybody else. Commit to yourself and commit to God. And go all in. I mean everything. Maybe just give it 6 months if that's all you have. I made a video like that. Go ghost and see what can happen in 6 months. That's serious, man. That's literal. Take 6 months. So many blessings can overflow in your life in 6 months. 180 days, fellas. Give it 180 days if you going all in on your grind. Show them. Show the people around you. Show your family that it's possible. That God has a hand on your life, because He does. You just need to reveal it to them. And that takes hard work, determination, grit, and standing on business. Why are we not yet standing on business? Are we not men? Are we boys or are we men? What is it? Boys don't stand on business. Boys go with the flow. Boys let outside factors control their emotions, their actions. Men don't do that type of stuff, man. They don't. We handle what we got to handle. We take on what we got to take on, and we keep it pushing. But right now, you haven't been doing that, bro. And the clock is ticking, man. You're running out of time. You don't have as much time as you think, fellas. You don't. Listen to me. You don't have as much time as you think. Stop wasting it. Stop throwing it away. Stop saying tomorrow, next week, next month. There is no next month. There is no next week. There is no tomorrow. What are we doing, fellas? None of that is granted. None of that is guaranteed at all. What do you want your life to amount to? Let's forget about goals and dreams. Let's forget about people's opinions of us. Let's forget about money and fame and status and clothes and everything else this world has to offer. What do you want to be remembered as when you leave this earth? When you live on through the people who love you, through your parents, through the people in your life that have known you, what do you want to be remembered by? Do you want to be remembered by the bare minimum? By barely getting by? Or by being extraordinary in everything you choose to do? Because you gave 101% no matter what the cost, no matter what the responsibility. You kept your word and you stood on business. That's what I want to be remembered for, fellas. That's what I want my life to amount to, fellas. And I know you feel the same way, man. So let's really do it. Let's stop talking about it and let's do it. All right, that's all I got for y'all, fellas, today, man. I hope this video resonated with you. I hope it helped you. If it did, let me know in the comment section. I'm glad to see you growing and evolving, growing exponentially, man. Crazy growth. You might not see it, I do. Just by y'all coming back to these videos, man, I see they're helping y'all. And I'm grateful to God that He's put me in a position to do this. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, man, as a whole. Any blessings, any recent blessings. I want to celebrate you. So let me know. Have a blessed day, and let's keep evolving to manhood. I'll see you in the next one.